Hi, I'm Erin from the Witch of Saturn here with Jay from Iridescent Tarot. This is Two of Mom's Deck Connectors Club, and this week we are working with Narrative Alchemy Tarot by Chrissy Bentley.
Yes, our favorite. We are really two of momsing this week, I feel like.
Yes. Oh, it really is. Between all the holiday stuff and filming on a weekend, here we are.
Yeah, so forgive our sins because it's going to be a hot mess express this week.
So, do you want to say a little bit about how you found this deck? Because I only know
Yes.
about this because of you.
Yeah, so I found this deck, I don't know, within the last year, probably like about a year ago. And I discovered it through Chrissy Bentley, the creator's YouTube channel. Now, she's had multiple iterations, different channels. I believe right now her channel is called Questions for Dessert, and it's not tarotube anymore. She focuses more on knitting content and lifestyle, it seems like. But she used to be full-blown tarotuber, and so she created this deck in I believe like in the height of her tarot tubing journey. And this is a deck that you can get on Make Playing Cards, so it's print on demand. And then the guidebook that comes with it is also print on demand, so you have to buy this on Lulu. So I kind of held off on buying this for a long time because it just seemed kind of like a hurdle to overcome to get on MPC and Lulu to get both things. But honestly, it was the best thing that I could have done was to just get over it and get them.
Yeah, it was easy. Printing from stuff from Lulu is not difficult.
I don't know why I had it in my head that it was going to be a thing.
I mean, I think it's harder to order from NPC than it is to work with
I
Lulu.
agree with that.
But it
Yeah,
is, I get
so
it. It's like two non-traditional routes of having to purchase something can seem like,
yes,
you know, you got to just
exactly.
push through it.
So the main draw of this deck is that it functions in multiple ways. We've got tarot associations in the bottom right corner. We've got these keywords that can function as an oracle, and the colors are all associated with the chakras. So there's three different ways that this deck can be used.
Yeah, which is what hooked me on it. I was like, oh, I like this multi-optional.
Yes, multifaceted.
Yeah.
And one of the practices that Chrissy would do on her channel is she would shuffle and draw a card from her deck, and then she would read from her guidebook, which is all handwritten, which I think is also so special.
Mhm.
And then she would read a passage here from this book, the Book of Daily Thoughts and Prayers, whichever day it was. And she would find a way to tie in the card with her guidebook and this, meditation. And I was just so obsessed with those. Like I would watch them all the time. And that was what finally pushed me over the edge is that like she stopped making them. And I was like, but I need more.
So what that book, what's the religious leaning of it?
I'm not
Is
sure.
it, well, is it a Buddhist?
It doesn't say that. May 15th, salient thought for the day. We must forget our littleness in bigness of vision, in a larger ideal, in love of truth and love of humanity. Lines to memorize. Dark night of the soul is an illusion of mind. Doubt of your divine birthright will melt before the sun of truth that will dawn in your heart. In hour of meditation, your thoughts will shine like the bright stars, illuminating the firmament of the spiritual world. Lesson. There are two kinds of ego. One is unripe, leading us into unending troubles. The other is the ripe ego, which connects us with God. The only safe attitude we can take is that we are instruments in God's hands. This comes from an exalted state of mind and always leads to a bigger ideal. It is reached through simplicity and spiritual devotion. Prayer. Infinite One who knows my innermost thoughts and feelings, free me from all egotism, pride, and unlovingness. Lead me to greater closeness with you. Fill my mind and heart with your divine essence and make me ever conscious of your blessed presence. Yeah, it doesn't like just like point blank say anywhere.
Yeah, I think it's rooted in Hinduism, but like, I don't know. I remember either you reading from it before or maybe I heard Chrissy do it, but it was just like the God-centric part was like
Yeah.
a turn off
And listen,
for me.
I that's what I was like before this whole before Sistine Tarot. I was like, you say the word God. I'm like, no, no, thanks. I don't. I'm not interested. But that's what Sistine Tarot has opened me up to is like, okay, like let's just be a little bit more open to the even idea of like thinking about it, talking about it, but I'm still not like religious.
Yeah, well, the person who wrote this is Hindu.
Okay.
But Sistine doesn't speak, it just uses religious iconography, right? It doesn't
Correct.
actually say anything about like
No, there's
God
no
or
guidebook.
Jesus or, like I think that for me there's a big difference between those two things.
Mm.
But yeah, what a digression here, Ron. Okay. So what was your experience like this week with the deck?
I mean, I knew that it was going to be fantastic, and it was. Like the the deck makes me want to cry because it's so present and there for you. Um, and reading the guidebook, I've said this before, it feels like you're talking with like a best friend that's also a therapist, and they're there to like hold your hand and be present for you on your journey.
Is Chrissy a therapist?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, you're always like all about that. And I
Any
feel
deck by a therapist, I'm like, gimme, gimme, gimme.
like two for one.
Exactly. Yeah.
No, I agree. I really, really enjoyed this week with this deck. I even, so the one thing I wasn't sure about with purchasing this deck or like my ability to use it or connect with it, that I was kind of like, mm, I don't know, had a little like judgment about was the chakra associations because they
Yeah.
are intuited. And like
Yes.
sometimes I get hung up on things that are quote unquote intuited. Like obviously I believe strongly in intuition and being an intuitive channel, but like there are some things like I get very like I'll die on the hill that like astrology is not something that you intuit, it's a science. And so if I hear somebody being like, "Oh, I'm an intuitive astrology reader," I'm like, "Well, I think that you're probably just full of shit and don't know what you're talking about then." Like, so I do sometimes I'm like, "Well, okay, here's the tarot, which is its own system and structure. This isn't just an oracle deck. Like it is you're now like overlaying something on top of an existing structure.
Yep.
And like how is that going to work out? Like I'm like, I don't know that I'm going to love that. Like what's it based in? Like did what's the research or the system behind it? But I have to say that I really did like it. I used it as a chakra deck. I used the chakra associations, and I think she did a really fantastic job with it. And I was so pleasantly surprised by that to, get over my own like skepticism.
That's so good. I'm glad that you were able to make it there. And I can understand where that comes from because I did have a little bit of the same feeling before I got it, but I think I'm not quite as staunch about it as you. Like I know that you have issues with Lillifer because of the same thing, like with the
I got it.
astrological associations, right?
I'm just like, well, especially with astrology
Yeah.
in particular, like the chakra system is not the same type of quote unquote science because how can you study and prove, some of these things like it's energy, right? So I do think that there is, I mean, so is astrology, but to me, it's different. Like this is like there's a little bit more flex room with something
Yeah.
like the chakras. I'm more like, okay, well, you can intuit things about the chakra system for sure, but like when you're then associating it with tarot is where like my, um, like side eye came in a
Yeah.
little.
I think that I just this is a hard thing because knowing my personality, I should have a hard time with this, where I should like wanting it very black and white, like this is the right way to do it. This is like somebody is intuiting. So what if it's not perfect, right? Like that's very much in my line of thinking. But for some reason, I'm just able to let it go and be like, you know what? If that's the chakra that Chrissy says it is, that's the chakra Chrissy says it is. And I think because I don't have a huge base of knowledge in the chakra systems, I don't have anything to pull from where it's like, oh, I pull one out and it's blatantly wrong to me. I just like can go with the flow of the things that she picked and like be okay with it.
So I do think that the way that she intuited it and overlaid the systems does work really well. I think she did a good job. There wasn't anything that stood out to me as like wrong per se or anything like that.
Mm,
But I think the reason for me why it works so well is because I think in the hierarchy of how you can use this deck, like tarot is not the front and center. Like
mm,
I'm taking in so much about the card before I'm getting down to the corner with
yep.
the tarot association. So it's almost like the color is the first resonance and then the keyword and then the tarot association. So
Yeah.
it's
Yep.
almost like um it's like its own thing, this deck, and it's also a tarot. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep. I think when I put a card down, the first thing I look at is the keyword, and then I look at the color and then the tarot. I think we vary just a little bit, but it's true. Like, I'm not pulling this and thinking tarot. And one of the things that I like is that it's Roman numerals and then these symbols. So, like,
You have to think.
you have to I struggle sometimes with the symbols. So, like, for
I
me to
know
figure
them. I
out
do too.
yeah, for me to figure out what this is, I have to like take a second and let my brain like catch up to what's here. And I really like that because it takes a little bit of the like the scare factor away. I don't know how to set like
Yeah, it's very neutral. This deck, I'm so glad you
yes.
said that because first of all, I completely agree about the symbols and just even like the numbers, like 14, it's not something you're automatically having an association with like the courts, right? You kind of have to like
Yes.
think about it a little bit. It doesn't just jump right out at you. And that's kind of what I'm saying. There's like this deck you can read with it, and the tarot is not like the front and center thing. It's
Yes.
like layered underneath, and you do have to do a little bit of mental work to figure it out and or go to the guidebook and pull it from there. But the thing that I really this deck is very neutral or gentle or welcoming. It really holds a space. It does take that like harsh quality of the tarot or that scare factor and really neutralizes it. And what this
Yes.
reminds me of so much, like her guidebook and using this deck, reminds me of my like one of the tarot teachers that I've studied most
Oh yeah.
extensively under, and
Yep.
who's Lindsay Mack. And she
Yes.
does this, like reclaiming of the tarot and soul-centered tarot, where her interpretations of the cards are very much rooted in like experience and this way of looking at them from not this like black and white point of view, but kind of this like very welcoming and like the ability to hold space for everything.
Yeah.
There are no bad cards, like studying with her has really
Yes.
taught me that there's so much depth to the cards that we can sometimes lose just by looking at them on the surface. It's like
I totally agree.
a
Yes.
soul-centered way to read. And like going through this week and using this guidebook, I was like, God, this is like taking me right into like Lindsay Mack territory. So I really love that.
There's something about the way that she's chosen the keywords that rather than locking you into the keyword, it allows for expansion in a different direction than the keyword that you might have in your brain from the tarot.
Yes.
I don't know how she did that. Like, it's so smart.
Yeah, it's just really, I think that the way that she did it, not that I know this, but if I had to guess, would be from like her own experience with the cards. Like it's very experiential. It's very
Yes.
much like this is how this card shows up in my daily life. These are the lessons that I've gleaned from sitting in the energy of the Queen of Cups and how that looks in your day-to-day life
Yes.
from a way of like deep processing and self-awareness.
Yes.
And it is just, yeah, like it definitely reminds me of Tarot for the Wild Soul. just Lindsay Mack's stuff, and I just really resonate with that kind of teaching. So
Yeah.
I love it.
I when I think about how good this deck is, my heart swells. Like, this is the kind of feeling that I want to have about a tarot deck
Yes.
when I want to keep it in my collection. Like, this is it. I love it.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that a lot about that sentiment that you deliver quite often about like if it doesn't feel like this when I'm reading with it, I let the deck go. Like
Yes.
it's like this is the standard. There's just
Yeah.
certain standards of the experience, the quality of the reading, the emotion that you get from it, the connection that you feel that like if it's not there, then it's not it.
Right. It's the difference between it being like a friend or a stack of papers. Like, it really, really is.
The only thing that's a little bit challenging about this deck is like the slipperiness of the cardstock.
Oh yeah. Like, you can't put it down without it like running away from you.
It's just like all over the place. But I do think that having edged it in the glitter paint marker has helped like give it a little grip.
I think so too. I think that it helps a little. It's still very slippery, but I think it did dampen it down just the tiniest bit.
Yeah, I like that. It was hard to edge though. Like I don't
I
know
don't
if
know
it's just this
why.
cardstock or if I had already used it enough that it was kind of chipped.
Oh yeah.
Like I don't know. I just do think that this particular MPC linen type cardstock is just more porous or something, or challenging to edge, more textured. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah. I listen, I begged Chrissy to upload a version with gold edging on it for me. So I've tried. I already tried.
Of
It's
course you did.
and here I am with my green glitter
Yeah,
home
I did
homegrown job.
I did yellow, and this was like a little bit of a catastrophe because I started trying to, match the green backs.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, I have two markers that I could use like one on top of the other to get this color. It will match. But the alcohol marker on this cardstock started to bleed a little bit into
Uh-huh.
the edges of the card. Like, I don't know if do you see like the yellow a little bit?
Yep.
Or like specifically like that
Ah,
edge?
I know that just bothered you so much.
So much. I was like, no, this cannot happen. And so so I had to like rethink. And then I was like, well, maybe I'll just do the yellow glitter. And then what happened with that was that as I was edging it, if there was like a little bit of bleed over or something, where you could see it from the fronts of the cards, it didn't bother me so much because it was like glitter magic.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't mind when glitter gets on the front of the cards either. It does make it feel like a little bit sparkly and special.
Yeah,
But
versus if it's like a freaking, splotch.
these are Posca and they're just supposed to be regular, like acrylic glitter paint markers. But this is what got me. The nib is made of plastic. So in order to run the card, like, I was rubbing
Oh, you
plastic.
couldn't do that.
Yeah, no, I did. That's what I did.
Oh.
It was terrible. Like, every single edge, it would run out of ink. So I'd have to like dab, dab, dab
Oh,
and run it.
yeah.
This was like one of my worst edging experiences.
Yeah, look on this one, I got some glitter on the edge. But it's death and transformation. So I was like, oh, there it goes.
I'm surprised you were able to let that go. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, well, I wasn't. I'm not, I mean, what am I gonna do? I can't be like, hey, can you send me a replacement card? Like it's an NPC deck, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're done for.
Yeah, it is what it is. I'm letting it go. Look at me. My growth as a
Growth, growth, growth.
growth. This is what the deck is teaching me. So what did you pair with?
Okay, well, before we get there, let me just show you. I had for my interview, I had ease
Oh, that's my card
for
I screwed up.
oh yeah, the one that it was very clear bleed over.
Yeah,
Process and discernment.
it's kind of funny. It's like practice ease, you perfectionistic freak.
I'm going to force you to do it. Okay, so this was my interview, and I know that
Process
you
in
got
mind too.
processed too, right?
Yeah, I did.
So I just when I pulled Joy card for us together, it brought tears to my eyes. Like
Oh, you were just like, yes, I love
I
you.
was yeah, I was so happy to see it. I had already formed a relationship with this deck enough, so to see Joy come up for together, it just like solidified our bond. I was like, yeah, you got this. I'm in this deck for real forever.
Yeah, I got process as the us together, which I really like.
Oh yeah.
The, oh yeah, and it for the me position, it used structure. I was like, yeah, you're not kidding.
Ooh, it knows.
I love that. But yeah,
And
no,
then
I loved the interview with this. I really loved it with Library of Questions.
what'd you pick for library?
Oh, so I really liked the one that you did, but I was like, well, I can't do the same one that you did because you were a little ahead of me on this
Oh, okay.
week. So on page 143, I did Inside the Pattern,
Okay.
spread for those who are stuck in a repetitive cycle. And so the cues are who came up with this storyline or how did it establish itself? How does it help me and what does it provide? How does it hinder
Okay.
me? What's the harm? What exactly can I change? And what needs to be done differently for things to be different next time? And I thought it was
Ooh.
really, yeah, I picked this one because it was more psychological, right? Like more
Yeah, definitely. Yep.
of a like therapeutic type of process.
Yes.
And I really thought that it worked so well within the spread, which for me is not always the
Yep.
case.
Yeah, you struggle with that sometimes.
Yeah,
Having to like fit the square peg into the round hole.
yeah.
Yeah.
But this was just like, you know,
Smooth is better.
clicked right in there.
For my pairing, my first pairing, I did these blue bones because I was like, what better to pair with like the melancholy energy of blue bones with like this therapist deck that's gonna like help me get through whatever it is that it brings me.
Yeah.
So I did a mind, body, spirit where I pulled one card from each deck for mind, body, spirit.
Mhm.
And one of the things that really stood out to me was this preparation card being the Two of Wands, and then this baptized in fire with having the two wands. I was like,
Yeah.
whoa.
Yeah, for sure. And then there's your joy card again.
And Joy showing up again. Like, I hope to see you again. I was sick for so long this month, like 3 weeks of illness. And my body was like, yes, I hope to see Joy again in my body.
Yeah, I love it.
Love.
Um,
So even though like visually, aesthetically, like maybe not the most grand pairing, but I liked the way that they worked together.
well, not the worst. And you could always like hope for a bunch of, throat chakra cards to show up,
So that
right?
was my second day. Yeah. This was so cool. It was inquire, alchemy, liberation, observation, patience, transformation, all blue purple. And then the
Yeah.
seventh card was methodical right there in the middle. And this was the shape of the spread too and how they came out.
Yes, that was beautiful. That was really cool how that
It was
first
so
reading,
cool.
yeah, the first reading I did with this deck was like that in those colors too. Like
Yes.
it was just I was like, "Ooh, this is that's why I'm saying it really does speak like for that type of spread, the color is the first thing I'm taking in.
Yes. Yeah.
Do
That
you
one
know
I
what
did too.
that's why I'm putting that in like the hierarchy of that's really what jumps out most to me with this deck first, and
Mm.
then the keywords, even though I think like I'm probably processing them at the same time, but
Mhm.
something about the color is just like pops.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of the way that like when you have a deck that the suits are very visually distinct in their coloring, when you pull a bunch of wands right off the bat, you're like, oh, this I can see it without even reading the card titles.
Yep.
Yeah. So
So
what did you pair it with?
the first deck that I paired it with was Diviner Definitions Oracle,
Oh, that's
which
a newer one to you.
yes, this is the first time I've used it because I bought this very specifically to use with this deck. I was like, oh, this will look fantastic with Narrative
Yeah.
Alchemy because of the colors. and the keyword and then the definition. It being
Yeah, yeah.
like, I don't know, I like this. It reminds me, using this reminds me of Spread Machine,
Uh-huh.
but gives you like a little bit more than Spread Machine does.
Would
So,
you say is that because it gives you the actual word definition
yeah,
or because they're
like,
not like focused to be spread cards?
no, but you can totally use them that way.
Mhm.
They're set up very much like they work. These kind of keywords really work for me in terms of like protection, intuition, expansion, right? Limit. Like I
Yep.
think that they work really well. And I like the colors and the ombre kind of factor to them. And they like give you
Yeah, I saw
a
on
list.
your Instagram the way that they like the colors played in together was really nice.
Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, this is very pleasing to me
Yes,
on so
yes.
many
That's
levels.
exactly what you want when you're like the decks need to go together aesthetically. Like that's the ultimate pairing, I feel like.
Yes, it was just very, I'm like, oh, all this color and the white words. And it's just like, yes, giving me that all of the aesthetic joy and also like I don't know, kind of more linear nature of reading it with definitions and stuff. Like I like that.
Yes.
Not all the time, not in everything, but I really do enjoy it. So I liked this, and I like the definitions that give you kind of these like bullet points of different ways you could read it. So there is some, like this says divine. And the options are like one, of relating to or proceeding directly from the supreme or ultimate reality, two, supremely good or superb, three, to discover by intuition or insight, infer, or four, to seek to predict future events or discover hidden knowledge. So,
There's four different threads that you could pull on.
yes, so I do really like this deck for something like that. I think it's a good one. I think it's a good one. I'm into it.
Yeah.
And so I kind of was like, oh, I think I just nailed it out of the park with this first pairing. This is going to be like, it for me with this deck. But then on the second day, I used it with Poesis,
Ah,
and this, like,
it sang.
I love this deck so much. This to me is like if has the power of reclaim, but is a broader spectrum than just like an emotion.
Yes.
It's like if Reclaim was just a straight up oracle that didn't focus on emotions and feelings, it would be Posis to me.
Cool.
That's how
Yes. Yes.
I take it. And so the pairing of narrative alchemy with Poesis and the book of poetry that was
Uh,
written to go along with Poesis with Chrissy's guidebook, it was just, it's next level. I can't wait for you to do this. Um,
yeah.
because
Can
to me
you
it's
read?
just like they're so good together. It's like one of those unbeatable pairings that's just always going to be a part of my practice now.
Can we take a minute and have you read an entry from each of those? It's going to be probably a couple minutes long for you to get through them, but I would love to hear a pairing.
Yeah. My first reading that I did, Inertia with Journey,
Okay.
Revolution and Soften, Momentum and Wish.
Ooh.
So let's
Can
do
you
it.
read which
Go ahead.
one?
Well, which one are we going to pick?
I was going to pick Revolution.
That's okay. Revolution and Soften. Let's do that.
Yes.
So I started with Poesis and I would go to Soften, which the art on the card looks like this with this female figure who's a candle and like melting, which I thought was just very
Cool.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Soften. Even if it's just for tonight, I'll uncurl my toes and unfurl my nose from any worry. Even if it's just for tonight, I'll untie the knots of insecurity that tighten me. Even if it's just for tonight, I'll let my words drip like sweet honey. Even if it's just for tonight, I'll befriend with curiosity my fears and vulnerability. Even if it's just for tonight, I'll remember that my process is poetry. I'll remember that my beauty is my becoming. I'll remember that my work is love.
Please hold because have you watched Chrissy's videos?
No.
Please hold. All right, ready? Just for today. She repeats just for today and then will
Oh,
say
yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
sentiment just for
Yes.
today. And she does that at the beginning of like most of the videos that she uses this.
Wow. Wow.
So cool.
Yeah.
Okay, go
So,
continue.
so then with revolution, which is a solar plexus chakra card and correlates with the wheel in tarot. The wheel is our reminder that nothing is permanent, that everything is a season. When things are good, enjoy them. When things are hard, remember that things will shift. We are on a never-ending cycle of struggle and ease, work and rest, learning and integration. We can settle into the truth of these cycles to find a sense of equilibrium when we feel off kilter. We can recognize if we are in the beginning, the middle, the almost there, or the end. We are able to see this cycle as a comfort and ask ourselves how we have managed this stage before. We learn from our previous experience to help us cope with the present stage in our life. Acknowledging impermanence and rhythm can offer us appreciation and perseverance. And maybe within these cycles of change, we can show up as revolutionaries. Can we bring bravery and voice to this process? We are agents of change both in our lives and in the collective. We can use our understanding of cycles to empower ourselves and manage our energy. We tend to ourselves and our values as the world spins madly on. And so,
Love.
I mean, it's so good together, right?
So good together.
And like the whole readings like this and just painting this story that I just yeah, I was like, oh, I can't stop reading with these two.
Yep. I
Like
I, I feel that.
they're so good. They're so good together. And then I even did like a reading with Poesis and Narrative Alchemy, and then I kind of layered on top of it, like went a little further and did a pairing with Reclaim and Playful Heart, which is like
Ooh.
kind of like they're like peanut butter and jelly pairings to me. Like they just go so good together that they're like their
Yeah.
own thing. And I really liked that.
Ooh, I love it.
My kids are,
See, isn't this like the tarot stuff? It lights my heart on fire.
yes, absolutely. It's like so, so good.
This is what I'm here for. Like these are the reasons why I try so many decks is to like get to this place because I know it exists and every time I buy a deck, I'm like, is it gonna be another one that does this?
Yeah, because then they're all a little bit different and have their own unique voice, but you do
Yes.
want like, I don't know, this level's the goal, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I can't sing its praises enough. Like super fangirl, super, super happy. Love it so much.
And then, oh, this is interesting. So I just did my day 5 today,
Oh,
and
you're behind.
I know I've been
At
just
least it's fresh. At least it's fresh in your brain.
yeah, there's that.
My day five was like a week ago.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know. I'm really gonna be behind next week because like have you already started next week?
No.
Okay, good. We'll both be cramming it in. So the entry for today, which is November 29th, that I pulled from this book is called Donkey. And it's about like how everyone dismounts their donkey at the summit of the climb, right? Wherever it is that they're going to. That once you reach that peak to take in the view, the vista, and like, to arrive where your journey has led you. Like you dismount the donkey and you turn them off to graze. And then the analogy is that like your religious path or your spiritual path is the donkey. And
Ooh, okay.
so, who cares if it was a Christian donkey or if your donkey was Jewish or whatever it might be, or if it was the Tao that brought you to that place that we're all like on our own journey to get to the same destination. And
Wow.
Yeah, I think that's really fitting for what I was just, talking about in the beginning about like
Yes.
the weaving of religion into, because like even when she did mention Jesus in one of the cards, it was more like that she had come to her own relationship with that.
Oh, I didn't
As
know that Jesus made an appearance in this
he
book.
makes an appearance somewhere in here,
Oh,
but it was like I would have to go back and look and see what cards, because I know it was this week, to see,
interesting.
which cards it was that mentioned it, but it was with like the message was more that like she can have split from whatever type of Christian practice. I forget. I think it might have been evangelical. I'm not positive.
Okay.
And now can have her own relationship with, what Jesus means to her. And
Interesting.
it's very like donkey because like that's not my donkey, but I can appreciate like that we're getting to the same place.
Yeah, and
Right?
that her donkey did what it needed to do.
Yes.
That's funny.
Like I got a different donkey, but it's okay. Your donkey's cool as well for you.
My donkey casts spells.
My donkey's a witch. Your
Yeah.
donkey.
Your donkey wears swamp witch nail polish.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'll have to find it and send it to you.
Yeah, I would like that.
Oh, this also says you can use this as a Reiki deck.
Yeah, I honestly I didn't do too much into the chakra stuff for this week, but I definitely didn't do anything in the Reiki area, and I do have my Reiki one, so I guess I could have implemented that a little bit. What does it say?
It says as a Reiki deck. Our bodies are
Huh.
made of energy. We contain and maintain energy. With curiosity and practice, we can move and shift that energy. We can connect to ourselves and the world through and with energy. Reiki translates to life force energy of the creator. I understand this is turning into the energy of what is bigger than us or your highest self to heal, process, and balance our own energies. We are connected to the energy of the universe. Our systems are working toward balance. When we notice sensations and energy present in our bodies, we can shift and balance this energy within ourselves. The best way to move and balance your own energy is to trust your inner knowing and be open to what you experience. Breathe, notice, respond. So,
Wow. I would did I not read that part? That's so interesting.
oh, and then there's this.
What is that? I can't see it.
I didn't read it either. To be curious with your energy. Well, you have the book, you know that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like turn to page 5, class. What page are we on?
This is good. Well,
Shoot.
it's not numbered. It's in the beginning, after as an oracle deck,
Wow.
So turn the page
Interesting.
right there. So draw a card. What story are you telling yourself about the energy of the card? Where do you feel it in your body? How would you describe the sensation? What does the sensation want? To be seen, to change size, to change temperature, something else? How can you move or change this energy to balance the sensation? Now, what story can you tell yourself about this card? A Reiki reading.
Uh, this makes me love it even more.
Yeah, this is like what you've been looking for with like the
Yeah.
energy archaeology and stuff. I bet you could
Yes.
pair energy archaeology with this.
Interesting.
And
How do you envision pairing them together for like this spread?
I would probably like I would probably just pull like one energy archaeology card to see where to focus on physically. And
For
then
like for question 1, wisdom from your body. There's a
wisdom from
typo
your
here.
body is on here
Question 1.
twice. Wisdom from your body. Wisdom from your
Wisdom from your mind, wisdom from your body. I wonder what it was supposed to be.
I wonder if it's supposed to be both. Like
1 and 3.
yeah, like if it's intentional, like wisdom from your body.
Wisdom from source, wisdom from physical. Oh, like a really heavy. emphasis on the body. Interesting. Yeah, because it is on either side of the mind.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, oh, I'm into that because yeah, I'm a Reiki master teacher. I use Reiki a lot.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Did you know that I had Reiki 1?
No, but we could, if you ever want Reiki 2, let me know.
Cool. Definitely. Oh my God.
Yeah, I think Reiki 2 is worth it because you get all the symbols.
Yeah, right. Yep. Oh, so like for this, I think what would be really cool is for questions 1 and 3 of body, energy archaeology, and then
Yeah.
for two, 2, 4, and 5, you do narrative alchemy.
Oh, yeah. Something. I mean, I think that those two could go really well together. We should try it.
Yeah.
This is like a very this is very yogic book deck.
Yeah. Well,
Like she must do yoga, right?
she
Yeah.
has all of these things. She like teaches the Reiki classes and she's taught tarot classes and I'm pretty sure there's yoga in there somewhere.
I think like one of her handles has yoga in it. The yoga still or something. It's very yoga friendly. And speaking of, I brought this to my yoga class a few weeks ago or something, because I like to bring a deck and let people pick a card if they want before they practice. And everybody loved this deck. Like it's
Yeah.
so good for that purpose. But I felt bad because somebody after was like, "Oh, what's the name of it?" Like wanted to get it, and I'm like, "Yeah, you're not going to be getting this deck. Like you're not going to
Yeah.
see it."
Let me send you the link and then you can
Yeah.
have it shipped and it's not going to arrive for 3 to 4 weeks.
And then you also have to order this separately, and like people are like, "Wait, what? It doesn't. You can't just go on Amazon and like."
Yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's well worth the wait. This is a deck. This is like a sleeper hit. Like nobody talks about this deck. It is so valuable and so wonderful. And I wish that people knew about it. I did a walkthrough on my channel just to try to like get it out there a little bit more.
Yeah, I think it's fantastic. And as soon as you had sent it to me, and this is like way back, like when we first, you were like, I don't know, first month in of our friendship or something. And I was like, oh, I'm so into this. You were like, oh, you are? I'm like, yeah, like this is cool. This is like different. Like I'm here for stuff like this in the tarot
Yeah.
world.
Yep, for sure. This is one that'll make you clear your shelves of some of those ones that have been lingering that you're like, you're just a jack.
I know, I'm thinking more in those terms. I do have a couple of hang-ups.
So I'll just do like very quickly. My other two readings were as follows. I used Prairie Majesty.
I like these together a lot.
It's like the bold, bright color
Yeah.
really complements each other. Like I thought this was cool visually.
Yep. Word, question, answer. It's
And
cool.
we got another process there.
Oh yeah.
And then with my 365 Dow, I brought dog bone in.
Gotta love dog bones. See the little words, a word deck with this.
Yep. Yeah, I think this was kind of inspired by the diviner definition type thing going on.
Yeah.
And I liked this too, even though there's definitely a stark difference with like the black and white and then the color. I still thought it was like really cool to use them together. I intentionally chose these two based off my reading, and it was lovely.
Yeah, dog bones like goes with anything.
Yep.
Um, what was I just gonna say? I like the same color there in that one.
What do you mean?
Like they were both those.
Oh, yeah, like that darkish green.
Yeah. And that's
Yeah.
something I also like about this deck. I like that it's not just like purple cards, green cards. Like there's like this variation of
Yes.
color within, there's how many different shades of each color. And when it comes, it looks really cool how it gets
Yeah.
printed. Remember, I took pictures of it because I didn't want to mess it up.
Yeah, because they're all in rainbow order.
Yeah.
I'm actually really glad that you have the order because I would like to at some point just put it back in order just to see it again.
Yeah, just to like look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I say this is like one of my top 10 tarot decks of all time. I don't know the number, but it's probably top five even.
Yeah, I definitely think it's in top 10. Top 10 material for sure.
Yeah. It's very special.
Yeah, it really is. She did a great job with this.
Yep.
Did you see?
Just need the just need the gilding.
This,
I'm gonna end every video like that. Just
yeah,
need gilding.
this would be perfect if it was edged. So I saw, I think on Thea's video, her latest declutter, that she has this deck and it's in a bag that matches this.
Yeah, I think that looked like a Moonlit Fae bag.
It's not a Moonlit Fae bag. I think it
Huh.
came from Chrissy.
Ooh, really?
I mean, look into that.
Okay, I will.
Because I bought this bag for Playful Heart. This is a Moonlit Fae bag.
Yeah.
And I ended up, but I love Playful Heart in the box too.
Yeah.
Like you can actually fit the box in this bag, but then that seems kind of like double, I don't
Yeah, extra
know, like
work.
a lot of work. And so I ended up putting Narrative Alchemy in here and I love it.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Like it
See,
just makes me happy.
my brain couldn't handle the cognitive dissonance of seeing the playful heart like imagery and then being like, surprise.
I love it. And because it brings me like the energy and the joy of Playful Heart
Yeah, yeah.
with this deck that I also feel that same kind of, if they're same level, they're same tier. So it's okay for me.
I have plans to make a tarotube sock for this because I think like bringing in the knitting that Chrissy also does would be a cool element to like house this in. Can I show you the yarn that I picked?
Yes.
Okay. This is the yarn.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so good.
And then I bought this. This is what I've had to go with these blue bones.
Oh, pretty.
But I don't know. I feel like it's so thick that it's not going to sit in there nicely. So I don't know. I
You need
still
the
wish I
tuck
had
box.
box. Yeah.
That
But I
damn.
did buy this for it.
Oh, this was my reading today with 365 Tao. These were the colors.
Oh, it's so me.
So good, right?
What are the words?
Well, Refuge was the bottom of the deck.
Okay.
And then I got Flourish, Stirring, and Sovereign.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was
The
beautiful.
words are just so good. She has a good vocabulary.
Yes, for sure. And
Yeah.
I heard someone say, it might have been Thea in that video, that like she just strings these three words together.
Into a
And
sentence.
yes, as like
Mm.
the reading.
Cool. Yeah, like the fridge magnet style that Lennox does with the dog bone oracle.
Yes,
Yeah. All right. Well, that was a fantastic week with this deck. This was one of my favorites that we've
agreed. I'm
done.
so glad
Yeah.
it was Thanksgiving week. It was like, it is such a good gratitude deck and just to really connect to that energy of like something greater than yourself and you know, opening yourself up to that, to receive it, but also to like remember that that's in you as well. It's just a very supportive and nurturing deck, I think.
Yeah, I think the word you use connecting is great. It's like connecting to yourself and connecting to like the greater
Yeah. Yeah, it's a
greatness
winner.
out there. Yeah. All right. Well, we are starting our next month of decks. Do you want to share what they are?
No, because I can't remember because we've
Me
changed
neither.
like
That's
so
why I asked you.
pass it off on me.
Please let me refer to my notes
So we're
after.
doing for Hoxa. I think I got it. We're doing
For
for Hoxa,
Hoxa, future ancestor.
your ancestor, Scarab and Dahlia,
Yes.
Lilith.
Christmas week is Lillifer.
Yes. And
New
then
Year's week,
Shimmering Veil.
Shimmering Veil for New Year's. I think
All
that's
right,
so cool.
we got it.
No Oracle this month because we were too excited about these.
Yeah, and like it doesn't, we don't have to force that, like I think that this is a good, especially the last three are like very like seasonal to me. Like they fit. I'm like, we're not moving those. Like the
Yeah.
first two, I think for Hoxa is good because it is still like fall-ish.
Yeah. It's like the
But
last dregs of fall, so we have to do it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Future ancestors just kind of thrown in there because we both just happened to get it. So
So I feel like future ancestor is good timing for it too. That gives me very end of fall into winter vibe. The
yeah, I
the
guess it
white.
is like stark black and white, but still a little bit of green. I can see it.
Yeah. So I thought that slotted in nicely. And
Okay.
then after New Year's, then we're going to be starting our Marseille study. What's that face?
I mean, it's just different. I'm like, I haven't been in study mode in a while.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
yeah.
my God. Okay, here we go. Gear up.
Yeah, get your backpack, get your school supplies.
Yeah, but we're still going to do deck connectors, just not every week like this.
Yeah, we're going to do like one or two a month.
Yeah, we're gonna have to figure that out. So,
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, and I will see you next week.
all right. Thanks, everyone.
Talk to you later. Signing out.